The second day of Ramadan is considered a continuation of the spiritual start that the Muslim began on the first day, where the believer can enhance his worship and increase his closeness to Allah Almighty. On this day, the Muslim should continue to benefit from the virtues of the holy month and strive to increase his acts of obedience, while maintaining a balance between worship and pure intention. Point 1. Adherence to fasting and frequent supplication. On the second day of Ramadan, the Muslim continues his fasting, and is keen to fast from food, drink, and anything that disturbs the serenity of fasting. But the most important thing on this day is to adhere to pure intention, and to supplicate that Allah helps him to continue worshipping throughout the month. The Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, said, "The supplication of the fasting person is not rejected," narrated by Al-Tirmidhi. Supplication in Ramadan has great virtues, and it is recommended that the Muslims supplicate frequently on this blessed day. Point 2. Regularly performing Tarawih prayer. Muslims should be keen to perform Tarawih prayer on the second night of Ramadan, as the Prophet, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, said, "Whoever prays during Ramadan out of faith and in the hope of reward, will be forgiven for his previous sins." Bukhari. Prayer can be performed in congregation in the mosque or at home if that is not possible. It is recommended that Muslims increase their humility in prayer and contemplate the Holy Quran in order to obtain a great reward. Point 3. Strengthening the relationship with the Holy Quran. One of the most important actions on the second day of Ramadan is to complete the recitation of the Holy Quran and be keen to contemplate its meanings. Allah Almighty says, "The book whose verses are explained in detail, an Arabic Quran for a people who know." Fussilat 3. This is a great opportunity to intensify recitation, and you can set a specific number of pages or parts to read daily, while contemplating the meanings of the Quran and learning from them. Point 4. Seeking forgiveness and continuous remembrance. A Muslim should allocate time on the second day to remember Allah, whether by glorifying Allah, praising Allah, or seeking forgiveness. The Prophet, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, said, "Whoever says Subhan Allah wa bihamdihi, glory be to Allah and praise be to him, 100 times in a day, his sins will be forgiven, even if they were like the foam of the sea," narrated by Muslim. It is also recommended for a Muslim to seek forgiveness frequently, as Allah Almighty said, "And who forgives sins except Allah?" Al-Imran 135.5. Maintaining family ties and visiting relatives. The second day of Ramadan is an opportunity to strengthen family and social ties. A Muslim can visit family and relatives and give them a simple Ramadan gift as a sign of your love for them and your keenness to strengthen family ties. The Prophet, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, said, "Whoever loves to have his provision expanded and his life extended, let him maintain family ties," narrated by Al-Bukhari. Point 6. Giving charity to the poor and needy. One of the best deeds in Ramadan is for a Muslim to remember the poor and needy and strive to feed them, whether by giving food in charity or by supporting charitable organizations. The Prophet, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, said, "Whoever provides food for a fasting person will have a reward like his, without any reduction in the reward of the fasting person," narrated by Al-Tirmidhi. A Muslim can allocate part of his zakat or charity money to help the poor, especially in this blessed month. Point 7. Itikaf in mosques. If it is possible for a Muslim, itikaf in mosques is one of the righteous deeds that are recommended to be done in the last 10 days of Ramadan, but it is possible to start on the second day by heading to the mosque to perform prayer and draw closer to Allah through supplication and worship. Point 8. Maintaining ablution. A Muslim in Ramadan must maintain his ablution throughout the day and make it a habit in Ramadan and after it, as ablution is not only a condition of prayer, but it is one of the best deeds that bring a servant closer to Allah. The Prophet, PBUH, said, "Whoever performs ablution and does it well, then says, I bear witness that there is no God but Allah alone, without partner, and that Muhammad is his servant and messenger, the 8 gates of paradise will be opened for him, and he may enter through whichever one he wishes." Narrated by Muslim. Conclusion. The second day of Ramadan is an opportunity to continue his efforts and persistence in obedience and worship. By maintaining fasting, making many supplications, and being constant in prayer and remembrance, a Muslim can achieve great spiritual benefit in this blessed month.